Welcome back. In Northwest news, the Environmental Protection Agency has assessed fines totaling $115,000 to the U.S. Department of Energy at Hanford. The penalties are for violations of asbestos management that occurred as a result of Hanford building demolitions in 2009 and 2010. The violations were discovered by the EPA last year. The Energy Department has 15 days to dispute whether these violations occurred. 2 new Washington State ferries are taking shape at Vigor Shipyards, the former Todd Shipyard in Seattle. Both ferries are designed to carry 144 cars in the medium-size Olympic class. The Kitsap Sun newspaper reports that the Takite is scheduled for delivery in February and the Samish at the end of next year. Both ferries have 2 car decks, 1 passenger deck, and a sun deck. They'll carry up to 1,500 passengers. A 3rd Olympic-class ferry is planned but unfunded. Ferry officials say the construction benefited from lessons learned from the building of 3 64-car ferries. The Snohomish County Public Utility District now says it expects a ruling on Tidal Turbines from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission in December. The Daily Herald reports the Everett-based utility had hoped for approval of the $20 million project last summer, but it was delayed by the opposition and then the partial government shutdown. The utility wants to install 2 65-foot tall turbines about 200 feet deep in Admiralty Inlet. They would generate enough electricity for about 450 homes. The project is opposed by the company, which owns 2 underwater data cables between Whidbey Island and Port Townsend. Pacific Crossing fears the fiber optic cables could be damaged by the placement of the turbines or ships dropping anchors. 4 tribes fear the turbines would interfere with salmon migration and fishing. Union leaders for about 21,000 workers at 4 major grocery store chains in the Puget Sound area are threatening to strike at 7 p.m. tonight unless they reach an agreement on a labor contract with employers. A strike by the United Food and Commercial Workers could affect QFC, Safeway, Albertsons, and Fred Meyer stores in King, Snohomish, Pierce, Kitsap, Thurston, and Mason counties. Issues include wages, holiday pay, and health care benefits. The grocery stores are negotiating through Allied Employers Group. It says it wants a solid pay and benefits package for workers that allows companies to be competitive. The last grocery strike in the area in 1989 lasted nearly 3 months. It's common to doze off on the freeway after a long day, but an Atlanta driver caused a bizarre scene on an Atlanta area highway this weekend after becoming unconscious. Here with the story is the Associated Press.
WSB TV captured this crash on video on an Atlanta area highway this weekend, but that's just one part of this bizarre story.
He's either drunk or very sick, or something's clearly wrong with him.
Reporter Liz Arts called 911 after seeing the driver of the pickup slumped over in the driver's seat.
He stopped in the middle of the road blocking traffic.
Other drivers saw him too.
Something was not right about him.
A highway support worker arrived and talked to the man, who ended up speeding off and crashing into 5 cars.
It was really scary, and I just kind of looked over and made sure that Erica was okay.
At that point, the highway worker managed to get the keys out of the pickup, then the driver ran off.
And all of a sudden he jumped out.
Climbing a fence to get away.
I was afraid he was gonna get hit by a car when he got over the fence up there.
No one was seriously injured in the crash. Police are looking for the driver. Matt Friedman, Associated Press.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.